Today we're talking about why a business book won't save a confusing brand. Most entrepreneurs think that once they write a book, everything will finally click. Clarity, authority, clients, momentum. But that's really not true. Here's what is true. If your brand message is unclear now, a book will not fix that. It will actually magnify what you're already confused about. I work with entrepreneurs who want to write books that build authority and businesses. And I've seen firsthand why most business books fail to do what their authors hope they would do. So in this video, I'm going to break down why a book is not the solution, what actually creates clarity, and how to know you're ready to write a book that works for your brand. Here we go. A book does not create clarity. It broadcasts whatever clarity or confusion you already have. Let me explain. A business book is not a branding shortcut. It's a megaphone. Whatever your message is right now, strong or scattered, gets locked in, printed, and multiplied. So think about it this way. If you are struggling to explain who you help, the problems that you solve, why your approach is different, your book is going to reflect that. Readers don't walk away thinking, wow, this person's deep, or this person gets me, or I really could see myself in what they were saying. They're going to think, I don't know what this is about. And that does not build authority. It actually erodes trust, which is the exact opposite of what you want your book to do. This is not a failure, though. It's feedback. Confusion just means that clarity has not been decided yet, and that's fixable. Yay! So, if you are stuck staring at a blank page, you need my business book builder, which is exactly what will help you get clarity first. So clarity before content is what you need. So it will help you extract your message before you ever write a word of your book. Okay? So a book feels productive, and most entrepreneurs actually use a book to avoid those brand decisions, those hard decisions. We make, as an average adult, we make about 35,000 decisions every day. That's about one decision every 2 seconds. That's 35,000 decisions every day. Think about that. So, you are using a book to avoid making even more decisions. Who wants another damn decision to make? So writing actually feels safer than deciding. Safer than niching down. I say niche, you say niche, whatever. Safer than committing to a clear point of view. Many authors hope that by writing a book, it will reveal their message, but clarity actually does not emerge through the writing. It comes through from the thinking and from the positioning and from the choosing what you are willing to stand for and against. Once that decision is made, writing becomes fast. And without that decision, writing becomes exhausting. You suffer from decision fatigue. More words do not equal more authority. Authority is a specific insight to a specific audience. The strongest business books don't say everything. They don't need to. They say the right thing, clearly, repeatedly, from one grounded perspective. That's what builds trust. Volume is not what builds trust. Your authority grows when people can explain you to others in one sentence. Your brand message should actually be clear before chapter 1. If you can't summarize your book in one sentence, it is not ready. Before writing, you should know the single problem your book is going to solve. You should know who it's written for. You should know what transformation you are hoping your reader will get from reading your book. Again, I always say you want to take your reader on a journey from point A to point B. Point B is the realization that you have the answer they're looking for. This is why most business books don't actually convert. They teach, but they don't lead. They don't guide the reader from point A to point B. Clarity creates momentum. Confusion creates content that goes nowhere. Have you ever read a book and then all of a sudden you're like, what the hell was that? Or that's nice, and then you put it down and move on. That's not what you want your reader to do when they read your book. You want them to have a clear understanding of what they're supposed to do with the information that you just gave them. So, again, the Business Book Builder, you can grab your free PDF. It is for coaches to help them get clarity first so they can write their book and build their authority. Mark Twain also famously said, sorry, I didn't have time to write a short one. What he's basically saying, writing concisely takes structure, takes some focus and some thought. It takes clarity. So if you just sit down to write, you're going to ramble. Okay, so your book is not just content, it is stewardship. Clarity honors both your reader and your calling. Your book does not need to save your brand, your clarity does. Okay, when your message is clear, your book becomes powerful, it becomes aligned, and it becomes effective. So now that you know why a business book will not save your brand, you might be wondering what writing a business book is actually about and why most people get it wrong. That's exactly why I break down in the next video. So watch it here, because when you pair that with what you just learned, everything will click. See you there.